And you can talk about what's happened now with the growing mobile data demand. There are a lot of research out there done regarding mobile data demand. And the numbers typically, if you look at them, and you'll see the Cisco numbers, and you'll see other research Yankee groups and IDC and so forth. There's always a lot of little bit, changes or differences in their demands. But one thing's certain, people want access to connected networks. They want coverage. They want cool devices, and they want speed. And they want it anytime, anywhere. So you're seeing this incredible demand that just continues with really no end in sight. And this continues if you look at another slide that reiterates this point, and on the panel, an AT&T representative mentioned this, that their mobile data traffic grew 8,000% over the last 4 years. And another key fact from Instat is that more than half of the U.S. handset shipments will be smartphones by 2012. The key ingredient for an LTE deployment right now is new spectrum. Out of the 250 commitments, there's only 2 operators in the world that said they're going to do LTE by refarming their network. So let's talk a little bit about innovation. This chart kind of just puts things in perspective of the challenge for the industry. It shows what operators and their vendor partners are up against. And to throw around some of these interesting terminology, if you think about it, a petabyte is a quadrillion bytes or 1,000 terabytes. To put that in perspective, 20 petabytes is equal to the total hard disk drive space that was manufactured in 1995. Additionally, I think you're going to see, and this was mentioned earlier as well, that there will be a lot of service layer optimization solutions, looking at user characteristics, device capabilities, what's needed at that time, how much type of resource I can allocate to that device for what it's asking for at that time, network capabilities, and finally, again, the application characteristics of whether it's a video, whether it's not a video. You saw what happened when we got Spectrum to the marketplace. Verizon, Metro, AT&T, they're all making investments in new technology, which is LTE. For us in the United States to remain in a leadership position, we need more spectrum. So what's the U.S. to do? Well, many of us, how many here have heard of the U.S. National Broadband Plan? All right. Literally in that plan, it says that we need to go out and find 300 megahertz within 5 years and 500 within 10 years. The challenge for the United States is the federal government is the biggest user of spectrum, and yet if you look at the world, we are in a sense somewhat, we use a lot of that spectrum. For the national agencies, the military, defense departments, state departments, CIA, FBI. So we have some big challenges of trying to find spectrum that is unencumbered that we can get to the industry.